Good morning, hello, welcome back again. I know it's been a hot minute since I've done any kind of travelling or anything like that, but I wanted to make a little change, treat myself to a nice little holiday. So this isn't going to be anything big, I'm just going to one location, exploring the area for a week. It's going to be like a proper holiday this time. In true me fashion, I want to keep this as low cost as possible. So doing a little bit of research into sort of where's a good cheap place to go to that still I went somewhere nice and sunny and had like a bit of culture and some cool stuff to see. With that research I settled on Italy, Rome. Of course it has the Colosseum and all of that stuff, so lots to see there, beautiful weather. Looking into it, the cheapest I managed to get the flights alone was like £52. Now I paid an extra £20 on top of that for insurance, so it was £72 for the flights there and back. But of course, to keep those flights that low, I couldn't have the checked luggage, because that was an extra like 40 something pounds, nearly £50 either way, or the overhead storage luggage, which was an extra like £30 or something either way. But I could bring on a personal carry bag for free, as long as it is 40 by 30 by 20. So that means that everything that I want to take with me has to fit in this one backpack. Everything that I need to bring with me for this holiday either needs to go in that backpack or it needs to be on my person. So this means I'm travelling very light for my 8 days out in Rome. My big bulky heavy DSLR will be staying at home and will be being replaced with my phone and the GoPro. Yeah, this is something that I've wanted to do for quite a while now, and I don't just mean like going to Rome and seeing the Colosseum and all of that stuff. I've always wanted to just like go somewhere with just a backpack, just the absolute minimal stuff that I need to travel and film stuff. I think it's like a great little adventure for me, great little challenge to set myself, and I'm planning on doing like little other challenges along the way as well. There is one extra cost that I'm incurring here. The train ticket. This actually cost me £48 for a return to London Stansted. That's more expensive than my flight to Italy. And it's raining, so I'm very wet already just from walking here for 10 minutes. Not a great start. I didn't do a huge amount of documenting of my travels there because Stansted Airport, very busy, lots of train journeys. I'm a bit tired. I also got a little bit of locomotion on the train, so I was feeling a little bit sick, which was a bad omen for the plane ride, where I also felt a little bit sick. I managed to eat something at the airport, tried to wolf it down. It took me about an hour to eat one chicken burger. I haven't eaten since then. But I've reached my hotel. It's actually quite nice. The room is as expected. Quite clean actually. Anyway, enough rambling. I want to go to the shops, pick up a few bottles of water, maybe some snacky bits, and then I think I will pop out to somewhere to get some simple food, maybe a McDonald's, something like that. I'm not going out on the hunt for anything too much. Buongiorno, good morning. It is what I would call the first proper day in Italy. Considering yesterday was all travel, today is the first day I actually get to go out and do stuff. Got here, checked in, that all went smoothly. Now today I'm actually starting my first proper day exploring Rome. And as I said before, I had set myself some challenges. So obviously, beyond some of the places that I want to visit, like the Colosseum and all of that stuff in the Vatican City, I have set myself some challenges. And there's sort of a couple different categories going on here. The first one I've called point of interest category. This is things like picture an aqueduct, find a vantage point of Rome, so like a high point where I can get a nice picture of Rome, ride on a tram, that's one of them, Explore some ruins for free. They must be free. Enter a free church, again free. Visit a night market, because I did that out in Asia. It was really cool. I definitely want to do that again. Buy an Italy vest. So a vest with like the Italian flag on it or something like that. Picture a lit up building at night, so that goes with like the night market one. Picture an Italian supercar, so like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Picture a classic Italian car. I'm not going to count supercars because they're going to be under the supercar thing. Picture the most unique animal. So I've got to find some interesting animal to take a picture of. Picture the fanciest building, so something that looks fancy, which should be easy. There's plenty of them around. I've also set myself some food challenges. First and most obvious, find the cheapest pizza. Drink a local beer, eat something new and unique, and by that I mean new and unique to me. Picture an Instagram food. So I want to take a picture of like something that looks kind of fancy, the kind of stuff that you see people taking pictures of on Instagram. This is going to be a difficult one. I doubt I'm going to complete this one. Get a free sample. Last one, eat a food or a food place with historic relevance. So try and find a restaurant with some historic relevance or maybe some cultural food, something like that. Those are some little challenges that I set myself that I'm hoping to sort of tick off as I go around Rome. My first goal is to go down to the metro and get the like there's a 7-day ticket you can get that gives you travel on everything for like 24 euros. This is the actual beginning of my Rome adventure. Queue up to go in there. I think that's a pretty fancy building. Interesting building, kind of fancy. Buongiorno. Buongiorno. Absolutely crazy. It's only 9 o'clock and I've visited like 2 different sites already. I'm absolutely burning through this, just walking everywhere. But I've seen a sign for a pharmacy, so I think that'll be a good place to pick up some sunscreen, seeing as it's very sunny. I was just in an area where there was a lot of security and a lot of people in fancy suits. I didn't want to film anything there because I'm not sure I was even supposed to be there, which is yeah, a bit weird. Oh, that's a pharmacy sign. Maybe I can get some sunscreen finally. Really that many people around, to be honest. I was expecting it to be way more crowded than this. It's actually pretty calm. Maybe it's just because of the time of the day or the day of the week. We're outside of the school holidays, so that might have something to do with it. But I've seen quite a lot today already, which is impressive. It's like been 2 hours or something. I've seen all of this. I also managed to pick up some sunscreen. It was 20 odd euros. It's pretty expensive, but kind of going to need it in this weather. I think at this point I've actually done the 3 things that I wanted to do today. So I don't really know what else I'm going to do for the rest of the day. But it is, what, 10 o'clock, 10:15. So when lunchtime rolls around, go get some food. Start ticking off some of those food challenges. I'm just walking down the street pointing my camera at like every single building at the moment. They're insane. I haven't really seen that many supercars yet, or like classic Italian cars. That's a bit disappointing. Maybe it's like a fancy area I could go to find them. Oh, there we go. Some ruins just at the side of the road.
building just dropped. That is insane. Shame there's this gate obscuring the view. I cannot believe it. I dropped my £30 bus card and just happened to spot it on the floor and picked it up. I could have lost that on the first day. I need to be more careful. Given how fancy and expensive everything around here looks, I'm surprised I haven't seen more like supercars around. I haven't even seen like a old school Fiat 500 or anything like that. But the architecture is insane. Every street you go down, it kind of looks like the nicest parts of London everywhere. It's beautiful, and the weather really helps. Gorgeous sunshine and warm. I think you might be able to go inside there for free. I'm going to have a look. If I can, then that's a church ticked off. Surprised I haven't burst into flames yet. Yeah, this is a free church that I just walked into. Check. The churches, like this one's free. So I can check that off my list of things to do. But God, this is impressive. Just look at all the paintings on the ceiling. I was just going to hop back on the underground and go back to the hotel, but there was this beautiful park nearby and you can probably hear those birds chirping away. I wonder if any of them are any rare or fancy birds, if I can get a picture of them. Can't see them, unfortunately, but they're up in that tree. Sitting down here in this nice shady spot in front of the ruins. Gonna just relax for a little bit before hopping on the underground and going back to the hotel. But I've done a lot today. I've seen quite a few different things, probably more than I was expecting to see in one day. It's been a very eventful day, a lot of walking around. I wish I had tracked my steps on my watch, but I didn't. Rome is absolutely insane. Just round every corner there's some ridiculous looking building that I just have to get my camera out and film. Nearly lost my bloody train ticket because of it. Lucky that I found that. I'm going to be ticking off 2 food things off my list now, because both of them are things I've never tried before. One of them has historic relevance. This one is arancini, which is a rice ball with like meats and stuff and cheese inside of it. And the other one is
soupli, which is exactly the same thing, but a bit simpler. I think it's just got the rice ball deep fried with like tomato puree in it. Apparently this is an old Roman one. They believe it was brought over by the French in the 1900s, something like that. Food source with historic relevance and a cultural one for Italy, and things that I've never tried before. Or maybe this is the arancini then, because it looks like it's got meat in it, which I don't think the soupli's supposed to have. Okay, bearing in mind both of these things are very cheap street food. Like, I think the arancini was like €2.80 and the soupli was like €1.50, something like that. So it's like not a huge amount of flavour to it, but I suppose there's not a lot to them. That's the point of them. Yeah, it's like deep fried rice with a bit of flavour to it. I don't know what more to say about that. I tried 2 new things. One of them has historical relevance, so cross those 2 off my list.